Hi everyone, it's Dot, and today I'm going to show you a lovely dish for your Thanksgiving Day table. Too often we have a lot of dishes that are more casserole related to Thanksgiving. I'm going to show you a nice lovely fall salad you can have, which your family will love, but yes, it's still low carb despite one of the key ingredients in there. We're going to be making a pear and arugula salad, and yeah, I said the P word, pear. They are definitely high in carbs. However, this is not the main ingredient. The main ingredient really is the arugula. I'm just gonna make a simple vinaigrette. It's gonna be a lemon vinaigrette. So lemon juice and extra virgin olive oil. This is probably the best type of salad dressing you really can have, other than maybe using, apple cider vinegar instead of the lemon. The lemon basically is your acid to go along with your fat here. And you wanna have a ratio of 3 to 1. You always have 3 tablespoons for every 1 tablespoon of either vinegar or your lemon juice. So let's go ahead and cut the lemon. I'm going to juice it. And yeah, you want to use real lemon juice. This way I know I'm getting the real thing. So let's go ahead and pour in all my lemon juice. I'm going to use extra virgin olive oil. And I'm loving this stuff that's coming out of California right now. It is probably the best olive oil I've come across in a long time, just letting you know. So California is doing a great job on that. But I'm going to do, because I have about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, that means I'm going to have 6 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm adding just a tad more simply because I'm over my 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Next, you want to add a little bit of sea salt, just a pinch, and cracked pepper. Lock, and you want to make sure your lid on top of these, if you have one, is also closed. I made that mistake and I got dressing all over my ceiling. So just give it a shake. I'm just going to taste to see if I need to add any more salt or not. Perfect as it is. So that can be set aside. First thing I want to do is take my arugula, and I am just going to coarsely chop it. And the only reason why is you have some pretty long strands in there, and some people don't like that. It really just depends on your guests that you're having for Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to go ahead and coarsely chop. I'm not going to cut all of it up, and I'm just going to put it back into my bowl. You want to make sure your arugula is as dry as possible, because when you're using an oil-based vinaigrette or salad dressing, it won't stick to the leaves if it's wet. So I always plan whenever I'm doing Thanksgiving is to actually wash my lettuce the day before. Set it aside in the fridge, and by the time I get around to it, it's perfectly dry. Next up, we're gonna slice our pear. And what you wanna do on the pear is do very, very thin cuts. You don't want something too thick. Like that's a little thick, but that's okay. And I'm using a Bosc pear, but you can use a Bartlett pear if you like, or an Asian pear. Just keep in mind, each type of pear has a different type of carb count. So just keep that in mind. But again, you just want thin slices. I'm talking thin, I'm talking like that. Real thin, nice and thin. For this demonstration, I'm not using the full pear because it's just for me and my husband today. But you can see this is sort of what my husband and I will be splitting up. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and cut the slices in half. You don't have to do this, but again, it's just about making it more manageable when you're eating the pear. So with that, we're going to go ahead and take our lettuce, and I'm going to add the dressing in first. Let me put the pear aside. How much dressing you want to add is really up to you. Whether you like soaking it in dressing or whether you like it sort of a little light in dressing. Right now, since this is just for 2 people, I'm basically tossing it, just using 2 tablespoons of dressing. I'm probably going to add 2 more because, again, I want us to sort of even it out. But at the same time, I don't want it terribly greasy either or oily. And actually, I think I am done with how much dressing I'm going to add. I'm not going to add an extra one. So perfect. I'm going to go ahead and add my pears. And the very last thing I'm going to add is just crumbled goat cheese. I'm going to give it a little more of a toss, just to spread everything around. Now, the other nice thing about the salad, if you choose, you can add something like roasted pine nuts or roasted walnuts to it. That makes it delicious. Thanksgiving, I'm toying with giving people the option of adding unsweetened dried cranberries to it, again, to make it more festive for the holiday. Right, time to try. I'm gonna cut off a small piece of the pear, and I wanna get a little bit of pear and a little bit of goat cheese with the arugula. Bon appetit. This is so delicious. I love it. The arugula, what I love about arugula is that it has a bit of a peppery or spicy kick to it. Then you have the sweetness of the pear. You have the mellowness of the goat cheese, which just brings it all together. And the dressing really enhances the arugula flavor. Very light. People will say a salad for Thanksgiving, but it really does work extremely well. And again, it's a way of adding more healthy food. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you definitely give this a try. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely share with your friends. And until next time, I'll see ya.